Hey guys, this is your boy Marcus, and this is my first proper playthrough of FIFA 13 on my PS3. As you can see, as I go into the demo folder, it's PES 2013, and FIFA 13 is above, so I can happily click on Messi's little face. And basically, I'm just showing like goals, first touch controls, bad first touch controls by me, some really quite weird like stuff which happens to the impact engine, as well as a little bit of glitches and stuff, as well as some nice commentary. But basically, I'm just showing off the beginning. I really like the way the screen comes into play for the EA Sports that's in the game. As you can see, Messi is doing a bicycle kick and it goes into the net. And like, this is basically the most stylized intro I've seen for a football game since FIFA 06. That was a really good game. But so swiftly just moving through, I picked Arsenal as my base team, and I was going through the menu basically, and I just went to the training ground. And like, the training ground's alright. I mean, I didn't really try anything, I just run a bit with Messi. But the soundtrack's alright. I mean, it's not particularly the best thing, but the soundtrack isn't really that big a difference considering how the fact that it's just a football game, really. I mean, the soundtrack can always change anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, I think I show off 2 skill games. I think this is the first one. It's a lob passing one, which is a bit weird considering that Giroud is left-footed, so why does he take it with his right foot all the time? But as you can see, this is a new intro for every single game, and I have no problem with it. I mean, the music's quite cool, and, like, epic music for a big match. But the only problem I don't like with it is every single match. I mean, I don't want to. I like the fact of if it's for all the big matches, for example, Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United, Man City, things like that. But if it's like Wigan versus Sunderland, it's not a particular match where there's big rivalry or anything. And I mean, I know it's meant to be like epic entry and all that, but it doesn't really matter. But see, the only problem I don't like with this is the animations of the walking looks quite weird. You'll see what I'm talking about when they actually have shake hand and all that. Another thing I don't really like the graphics is the crowd. The crowd is just really weird. I mean, they're basically just every like fifth person is just copied over and over again, and it's just really like quite awkward, if you know what I mean. I mean, I can't say anything about PES as the exact sort of thing. Like, this is basically the sort of thing from a PES sort of view, but I mean, PES and FIFA this year are so similar, it's unbelievable. I've actually got someone who's gone from FIFA to PES, and they've actually enjoyed PES as well. But look at Pato. Pato's arm, like, all their arms are just like at a random sort of angles. I mean, I don't really see people walking about with their arms like right out wide, like a sort of chicken wing sort of thing, making a wing shape. It's really weird, but really weird. Not really weird, really weird. But I like the fact that they establish stuff on like Diaby and the likes of Giroud and like anyone who sort of comes in. It's really cool, but it starts to get a bit boring in the demo concerning the fact that it is only 5 teams. Yeah, five teams or 4 teams? 5 teams. So it's a bit boring that the fact they just keep repeating it over and over and over again. The fact that Abu Dhabi is replacing Alex Song, but they don't actually say Alex Song, they just say a transferred away player who's been taking his place even though he hasn't. Which is it's a bit weird, but I mean, what do you expect? But I mean, look at the background there, it's not exactly the best crowd. I mean, they're a bit poor. But this is basically the whole intro. The whole intro is like 3 minutes long, which is quite cool. But I show off some goals, I show off some just shots, but this still is in the game, which is really annoying. It's like 15 seconds, but 15 seconds is a lot of game. I mean, you have to wait for it to bloody load up, even on an offline game. That's just really quite annoying. But this is a AI basically, and I like the fact that the AI actually completely destroys you. This is all in world class as well. So I've seen people like people are always saying, "Oh, I'm playing a professional semi-pro because he can't handle it," and like I can understand that. I mean, look at this. Okay, this is with Rosiski, and for some reason he takes such a heavy first touch, and I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm sure it's going to be toned down in the final game because, you know, that's how it always is like this for the demo. But like, I'm enjoying the game. The game's not particularly bad or anything, but I mean, come on. I mean, look at that. He's not shooting, completely destroys me, and then he passes to Alexander Pato. I mean, in like an online Ultimate Team match, they'd probably just properly pass it. But as you can see, this is me with Lewandowski. And I mean, the case I got like 15,000 or whatever on this skill challenge. I got 5,000, I think, or 6,000. But like, I do it in quite a quick time. I mean, I get to the end of it and I just can't score in manual. Manual is so hard to score in, but yeah, I get 5,500. I thought that was pretty decent for like a first try. But this goal by Giroud makes no sense at all. I mean, he takes the first touch by my defender, goes flying up to his face, and he just headers it in, and it's so fast. It's just really weird. But I mean, the game itself is really impressive, but the shooting's like quite weird. You have to get used to it like all over again. So, but sort of like this goal. This is my first goal I scored. Was a really good goal with Reyes, and he's really good in this game. Like his control is insane. And once again, I do the Spanish Archer, which I'm now like sort of just going to be always using because I've always used it since FIFA 09. Yeah, since Ultimate Team came out in FIFA 09, so I kept always using it in that. So yeah, but yeah, it's a really good goal. I mean, across keeper and everything. You know, I played like 10, 15 games, and like the majority of them are like really impressive. But as you can see here, what's his name, Blazikowski gets an injury. So I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? I mean, this happens every once in a while in FIFA 12. It didn't happen a lot. So I go down, broken ankle, and I'm just like, what the hell? How the hell did he break his ankle? I mean, nothing special happened. So I went into the instant replay, and I looked at it, and I was like, what the hell? Nothing happened there. So I zoomed in on him, zoomed right in on him, turned around, look at his ankle, his left ankle, and look at when it hits against Diaby. Oh, so absolutely disgusting. Look at that. No wonder it got broken. It's horrible. It's like an odd angle completely. Oh, I really like it. I like the fact that they actually show it off at that. I mean, I can imagine broken arms being a bit bloody severe if they actually have them in this. But yeah, but Jeff Shreves is actually in this. You'll hear him in like a couple of seconds. Yeah, look at this. That is cool. That's cool. God, it's Jeff Shreves. That's just insane. But yeah, I do score on a goal with Lewandowski. But the only problem I have with this game is the fact that once you're through on goal, if you miss, you're an absolute fail. The game isn't particularly difficult to score when you're one-on-one. When you're one-on-one, like literally one-on-one of the goalkeeper, you should be able to pop it into the back of the net with no problem. And basically, I mean, the game's good. The first, like, it takes, if you've started to playing the game and you're like, I hate it, it's crap, play about 10 games and get used to the L2, R2, like, first touch control. Like, I show you at the end of this where I actually do some epicness with the L2, R2 control. But as you can see, I went swiftly moved on to the next. I basically played with every team, and I think I show every gameplay in this video. Like, the video's quite long, like 15...
News that we've just given on the injury. I have to tell you there is real concern down here because the player has a suspected broken ankle.
Video, but I show a lot of stuff off, and I mean, I show goals. But this is all in world class, I'm not going to lie. Why would I lie about that? But look at that. Amazing header by Company in the last minute. But there is a problem with the demo. There are loads of goals in the last minute. Once again, EA have messed up somehow to allow it so that you can get goals in the 45th minute and the 90th minute. But this I just did for the hell of it because it happens so many times in bloody FIFA 12 online in Ultimate Team. People get the ball in the 90th minute and just pass it around the back three, the goalkeeper and the two centre backs. But in this case, I think I passed it up to Abiyati. I passed between the back three. And basically, I just wanted to try it out to see how long it would take before it bloody just, like, see if the game would actually end. And it actually does end after 2.5 minutes of doing this. Considering that a game half is 3 minutes long, it took me 2.5 minutes before it eventually decided to go and blow the whistle. It does blow the whistle when I keep passing it between Abiyati and, what's his name? Aseria, I think. You just keep looking, and then it'll blow soon. As you see, it blows finally. I mean, I lost the game, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to show it off. It was quite a cool little addition. But this is a little impact engine fail. Okay, there's like that. I'm not that particularly bothered by it. It's just clipping. I see that all the time in PES, so of course. But this, he's basically off his head. He's just like basically horizontal. Like his legs are still, and then he's in midair. He's in midair. He is in mid-air. How is he possibly meant to come back from that? Oh, look at that. Abati's just back to being normal. It's weird. But this goal, look at this goal. First touch control, half volley. El Shaarawy, still overpowered. Nah, he's not overpowered. He's actually pretty decent in this game. I'm not sure in this demo he's 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill, but you probably won't be that in the final game. He'll probably be 4-star. It would make more sense for him to be lower rated, considering that he's good in real. He's like all right in real life. He's not like as the god as he is made out in FIFA. But look at that amazing volley, right, not into the top corner, but it's right out of Joe Hart's reach. When you hit those in, when I hit that in, I was like I jumped out my seat. It was like a proper PES moment. But my god, Dan. At the end, I show off the player performance, and as you can see, the player performance is quite cool this year compared to like last year. I don't think there was this where I don't even remember this, like there being an option for this, but like it sort of shows off the heat map of where your player ran about, and like their match rating as well as like tackling, shooting, passing, positioning, ball retention, and movement. It's really quite nifty. I do actually enjoy it. As you can see, look at this Milner's face. That was when he was getting substituted. I noticed it every time I did it. But this free kick by Mikel Arteta off the bar. Alan Smith, what are you talking about? You work the keeper. I just hit the bar. I was so unlucky that I was going to try out some of the other free kicks. I never actually tried them out. But I had trouble scoring in like the first 10 games. So I changed the camera to telly instead of telly broadcast. And then but 5 minutes later, I scored my first goal for Arsenal, which was Podolski, and he's so good in this game. It's unbelievable how good he is. But on computer AI, quite cool. The first touch, it's a bit you have to get used to it. But because I've been playing PES a lot, and because PES is a first touch sort of control thing as well, I sort of got used to it, like more or less after about 15 games. And the shooting's a bit weird. It's a bit overpowered for the first time shot, and the box especially, and of course a lower shot, it'll probably always go in. But as you can see, last minute of the match, after Thomas Vermaelen had fouled Tevez steps up and Szczesny saves it. Get it up to Tevez. But yeah, I do show off some really nice movement with Arshavin. If you have problems with the first touch, use Arshavin. But as you can see, Giroud plays a through ball to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Look how overpowered that is. Like, the through ball goes through and Hummels just sort of stops running. And I don't know if that is a problem with the impact engine, or if it's a problem with the defensive AI, if it's a problem with world class. But you'll see it here. Look at that, he just stops running, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, because he has like 90 sprint speed, just sprints through and scores. But this is a fail by Theo Walcott, and also a fail by EA. The scoreboard had glitched out, so I didn't know what time it was, so I just kept running, and I just like overpowered a shot, and I noticed it was the 85th minute. But as you can see, Giroud scores his first goal with me in the demo. It is an absolute, look at that, absolute screamer from about 4 yards out. And I like the commentary, the fact that they go like he's finally scored, as if, well, he's like not scored yet for Arsenal, so it sort of links up with like real life events. So I wonder if it's later on in the year, like if he's on a drought, if they'll actually, if him or Podolski or Torres or Van Persie are on a drought, if they'll actually update in the game, it would be quite cool. I mean, considering the fact that, but yeah, that is not a penalty. Come on, how is that a penalty? But this was Giroud's like proper good goal. This was a great goal. But there's the goal where I celebrate in front of the this one's hilarious. Look at that. Okay, those guys at the side are the subs for Juventus, and I just decided to celebrate in front of them because they were going absolutely mental at me. It's quite good to see when you see the subs warming up. Well, the game's good. I most likely get it because it comes out like the day after my birthday, so that's really cool. But it's this first touch control by Arshavin. It is quite good to use L2 R2, so you have to hold both of them. But if you use a mix of L2 and R2, it sort of works better. But this is a big fail by me, the goalkeeper from unknown. I mean, what am I doing? I mean, I'd throw it against Gibbs' back, and then I just wanted to roll it out to Arteta, but I just couldn't. But I don't remember what goal this is. This is the Arshavin goal, yeah. This goal is quite well worked. I mean, pass to Arshavin, he just has first touch control around Chiellini, and he just blasts into the back of the net. Arshavin is like not overpowered, he's just really good in this game. Like he's a bit like how he used to be in the Zenit days compared to how he is like now with Arsenal, when he hardly plays. He's really, really, really good. Like, if you have trouble with the first touch control, use Arshavin. His first touch is insane. I never checked any of the stats, so I can't like tell you. The stats are probably going to change in the full release anyway. But like this was after about 10 games, so I was starting to get used to the first touch control. I think I used a bit of it here. Yeah, I skin 2 players before I shoot. I've only scored a couple for Arshavin, which is a bit disappointing, but I mean, he's really good in this game. And Podolski as well. My God. Like, majority of the teams on the demo are really good. I mean, look at that. Look at this goal by Per Mertesacker. It's a bloody absolute beastly volley into the top corner. Like, it's Arshavin who assists him, but volley is like, that's like El Shaarawy style. It's insane. But yeah, coming into the last minute of the game, I do a really quick counter attack. Look at Mertesacker gets the ball, so he passes to Podolski, Rosicky back to Podolski back to Rosicky up to Arshavin, who does a cheeky little pass back to Diaby, who plays back to Diaby to Arshavin. It was such a nice little counter-attacking movement. I mean, it's so good to do a good passing counter-attack. Like, you can do them in PES all the time now, but in FIFA, like, you couldn't do them in FIFA 12. But once again, I got another injury, and this was really weird considering the fact that in like over 1,000 games and over 2,000 games probably in FIFA 12, I only got like 4 injuries overall in the actual match. Apparently got a dislocated shoulder, so once again, same I did with Blazikowski, I went to the instant replay to find out how did he injure his shoulder. And this one was quite weird because like he hardly actually gets a knock on it, but he has like some sort of awkward reaction when Mex's arm hits him in the shoulder, so it's a bit more realistic, but it will be problems if it does keep bloody doing it. But this is another goalkeeping mistake. I mean, it's right in the corner. Why is he not? He should just put his arm out and stop it. I mean, come on. I mean, I know it's right in the corner, but still, Manon, I mean, Jesus Christ. I just couldn't be bothered taking out him. But yeah, this is an absolute fail on my part. I get past the batty, and I'm running, and I knock out a play because of the first touch control. It's absolutely ridiculous. But the game is really good. If you haven't tried it yet, try it out now. It's out on the EU PSN store as well as US. If you haven't got a USA account, download it on the USA one because it'll be quicker. But there is one problem with them talking about the likes of Giroud and Diaby and all that is the fact that it slows the game down. If someone's taking a throw and you have to wait until the commentators have stopped talking, it's a bit annoying. But I mean, I'll probably get used to it. And I'm sure you can probably turn it off in one of the game modes or something rubbish. But yeah, this is one of the last clips. This is quite funny. I moved the ball forward a lot by pressing R1, and the referee goes no, and he shows the yellow card to Podolski, which is hilarious. But if you enjoyed this video, please comment on like how much you enjoy it. I'll probably make a PES versus FIFA video 13 comparison. I'll probably make a Juventus like sort of face comparison because considering that Juventus are in both demos. And subscribe to my channel for more stuff from both FIFA 13 and PES 2013. And catch you later.